to Smash Writing. We're back. More Hellraiser, Hellraiser Bloodlines. We're up to new territory at this point. I know nothing about this movie. So with that said, let's jump in and see what this is all about. The movie opens up on Space Station Minos in the year 2127, and I rolled my eyes the moment I saw that, and I'm like, oh no. I'm thinking about all the times I hear other people go, you know it's bad when they go to space, you know it's bad when they go to space. Pushing on, we see like this animatronic robot holding the limit configuration. There's a guy watching on camera. He's got the glove controllers that can operate the robot and safely open the limit configuration away from where where the box actually is. While he's opening this, so you've got these like space marines storming the space station, coming to find him. And he gets it open, and we see Pinhead for a brief moment, and he vanishes. He's gone just as they arrive to arrest him. And we find out that he built this space station thing. Went crazy. They think he went crazy. And he sent all of his workers out. None of them were on shift. He's the only one here. And they're trying to figure out what's going on. Like, why did you just commandeer the space station? So he says that he has on a mission. They're interfering, and the best thing they can do is let him do this. So this woman named Rimmer is sent in to interrogate him. And after a few moments, he agrees to tell her what's going on. And this goes back centuries. And it's story time. And we meet a guy named Philip, his ancestor. He's the one who actually built the box. It was supposed to be a kid's toy. But he didn't know the guy he built this for was in the black magic. And the guy he built this for was this guy, Monsieur. The real French names going on here. And if you've seen me for long enough, you know I'm not good with those names. Or any accented names. Monsieur and his assistant, Jacques. Sorry, I tried my best, I promise. They actually sacrificed this woman named Angelique. And once they got the box, they begin to work on her. And like they cut her up, they remove organs and they cut off the skin and they got her chained up. They're summoning a demon. All the while, Philip is watching this. And we learn two rules. He who summons the magic controls the magic, and do not stand in hell's way. Philip, in a panic, he goes to tell the doctor what he saw. And the doctor's like, if you built this machine, right, that can open these doors and do all these things, then clearly you can build a machine that can shut it down. So he sets out to do that, and he draws up these blueprints, but he knows at the end of the day he still needs to go get the box. So he goes to get the box. His girlfriend follows him. And when he gets there, the Moncriez, the main guy, he's dead. And Jacques is sleeping with Angelique. And he tries to get the box, but Angelique interrupts him whenever a jump scare catches on to that. Joaquez ends up, can't wait to stop having to say that name, Joaquez ends up killing him, and they return to the bedroom. We learn that their main goal here, Angelique has made several more boxes. Her goal is she wants a box that can forever open the doorway between hell and earth. Now jump to 1996, where we meet John Merchant. This is the second time that the demons are interacting with the Merchant family line. Again, John Merchant, he's the one who has this world-renowned engineer. He built the building for what we saw at the end of part 3. He's obsessed, though, with the one project. But building this building is what puts him on a magazine that Angelique sees from like across the globe or something, wherever she is. And she wants to go to New York City immediately to deal with this. And Joaquez says no. He broke the #1 rule. don't stand in Hell's way, which gives her the keys to eliminate him. Take him out, stamp him out, and off to New York she goes. But during this time, he's actually, John is dreaming of her. He doesn't know why, but he's dreaming of this woman. And whenever he's at the tower, he's giving a speech and he sees Angelique in the crowd, and it spooks him off the stage. And he leaves. He leaves the room. He's like, I'm out. He leaves the stage. Him and his wife drive away while Angelique lures a guy down into the basement. And she has him close his eyes, and she puts her fist through a wall, pulls out a lament configuration box, and gets him to open it. And we see a brief glimpse of a demon dog, and Pinhead himself comes out, and that guy gets dragged into the hole. But we have a little bit of a confrontation between Angelique and Pinhead, where he calls her he refers to her as the princess, and that hell's changed. It's much more ordered now that you're not there. After their little encounter, she goes off to see John, and she wants to see the project that he's working on, and she convinces him to show her, and he's still working on that trap that his ancestor had been working on. He doesn't know why he's working on it, but he's working on it. He just can't get it right. It'll only last for a few seconds, and that's it. It'll blow up after that. But he has a sexy dream of her even that night too, when he gets waken up by a phone call from Angelique, and he's setting up a meeting for tomorrow night, and he lies about it to his wife, and his wife knows he's lying for some reason. Meanwhile, Pinhead's getting a little impatient, and he actually is having an argument with Angelique when two guards bust in, and he takes them out in a way by like smushing them together, so identical twins. So he combines the two of them together in this salacious blob thing. And while that's all happening, he tells the princess she could either work for him or with him, and those are his options. He's tired of waiting. He's not going to play the long game with this guy. And he says the worst kind of pain is the loss of a child. And he has a child, John. And so we go back up to the apartment, and Mom leaves to go do laundry in the basement. And she hears screaming shortly thereafter, and Pinhead already has the boy. He wants to bargain with John, and he wants bait. So the two of them are bait. John runs up and sees the house is trash, everyone's missing, and puts it together that he needs to go to the tower. And following through the little course maze, not really a maze, but Pinhead is very much like, come to the 7th floor, here, and the confrontation between John and Pinhead. Pinhead starts leading them somewhere, and John breaks the three of them off, gets them and puts the mom in the stairs, kid in the elevator. He doubles back to go confront Pinhead to buy his family time to flee the area. We find that Pinhead wants him to work on the box, not the trap, the box, because he wants a better permanent entrance to hell that cannot be closed. No more calling him. He can come and go as he pleases. John doesn't want to do this and flees off. After Pinhead makes a pretty clear threat that, I'm just going to go for your kid here. But the mom ends up trapping the dog. This demon dog is chasing them around in the lament configuration. Meanwhile, downstairs, Angelique has the boy, and she's telling him, you need to open this trap right now. And today she plans on helping him trap Pinhead. But again, as he said, it only worked for a little bit, only for a couple seconds, and not long enough to do any lasting damage. But she comes down with the box, and before Pinhead can get sucked into the box, he eliminates John, and he drags off Angelique with him, bringing us to 2127, the ancestor. This place is my trap, and I need to do this now. Rumor's not really believing this, but she will, because now Pinhead is knocking off everybody. So he manages to lure Pinhead to where he needs to be, and and springs the trap on him. The whole space station, the entirety, not just the room, but the entire space station is the trap. They managed, the guy, I didn't even write his name down, and Rimmer managed to escape. Just as the box is closing, he's sealed in and it explodes, giving Pinhead his untimely demise. And that is Hellraiser 4 Bloodlines. I gotta give this movie credit. They really tried for a lot. And from what I heard, there's a longer version, perhaps on YouTube. I didn't check, but there should be a longer version running around. This one's only an hour 25 minutes. And you can kind of tell watching that there's some stuff cut out. But even for an hour and 25, it is still they really reached for that brass ring. They kind of touch it here. It's not like, oh, this is amazing. It's not bad either. Like, I've heard some people really be down on this movie. But it's pretty solid all around saying. No, it's not as good as 1 and 2. But I think I might find this one to be a bit more enjoyable than 3. I really liked the idea that this family is cursed. Because whoever built this box would probably be pretty fucked up for building this box. But, the death scenes in this were a lot of fun to watch. They were still bloody, still gory messes. The twin thing was interesting, to say the least. I feel like they probably could have done a bit more with Angelique. Like, I didn't really like seeing Angelique become a Cenobite at the end of this movie. I really missed Christy, and even, she didn't really do it often, but Joey a little bit. I really like the fact that, because he's such a good talker, even as Doug Bradley does such a good job at talking. And I missed the fact like Christy would talk with him. Like, they weren't buddies, like they weren't chatting, shooting the shit or anything. But I did like the dialogue, because Christy gave him someone to bounce off of. And we don't have that here. Most of them just want to flee and run away from the monster. But I did like the fact that we used to have back and forth between the two. And then there's the big thing. Oh, no, the demon dog was not good. For some reason, especially in the 90s, the demon dog, like, no, that demon dog was atrocious looking. It's not even just, like, what you can do, so, like, the effects and everything. Like, no, this just was not good, dog. If there are multiple boxes, why would this be his end? Why would he be trapped in this one box if Angelique had a lot of boxes made? Because then he'd just go down another pathway. But of course, that could be why we have more of these movies. All in all, it's a fine movie. I enjoyed it. I'd probably watch this movie again. So, let's give it a B-, shall we? Alright? As always, I hope you enjoy and have a good day.